Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute Christmas tree, wall hanging, wreath, whatever you want to call it, using a witch hat frame from Dollar Tree and supplies from Walmart. Stay tuned, I'll show you how to do it.
All right, y'all, let us get started. So first off, what you're going to need, whoops, come here. One of these witch's hat wreath forms from Dollar Tree. Now, know that at one point these things were very hard to find. If you don't have one of these, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You can use, like the little tinsel form trees that they have. You can use like the tinsel form witch hats. You could take coat hangers and bend them and wire them together into a triangle form. It's okay if you don't have this particular one. But I have some, and I'm going to use that. I'm also going to use this pine garland that I got from Walmart, $5.88, and you get 18 feet of it. Now they had some that was just plain green, and then they had this that has the sparkly stuff in it. I got the sparkly stuff. So anyway, let's see if we can find the end of this. And I found its little end. Well, that's the wrong end because that's the one that's tucked down. You know what? We're just going to make a mess. You just take it off of the thing and then you throw that over there. There we go. All right, so to fasten it down to my form, I'm going to be using this floral wire. So I just cut a few little small pieces here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to so carefully and tightly wrap this around the end of my garland. I was getting ready to call it tinsel. Wrap it around the edge of the garland. And that was pretty tight. There we go. Tightly, tightly. And then I'm going to start wrapping it onto my form. Now I'm going to wrap it kind of like around this way instead of just around this piece here or just around this piece here, because then it can slide. See if you do it that way. So I'm just going to wrap it crossways right down here to try to give it a little bit more stability. And in these times, we all need a little bit more stability, don't we? All right, so I'm just going to give this a really, really good twist. I'm trying to get that really snug. Now, once we get all this wrapped on, I'm going to put on some lights and some decorations. And as far as decorations go, you use whatever in this world you want to. But I will say that Walmart has a lot of really, really cute miniature tree decorations. And that's where I got a lot of my stuff. But you do whatever you want. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is take this garland, and I hope it's surely 18 feet is enough for this thing. But anyway, oh look, it slid around anyway because I didn't wrap it the other way. I'll fix that here in a second. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start wrapping this. And as you can see, it's kind of flat like this. Try to keep it turned so that the flat part is laying towards the back. Okay, and then I'm going to put another piece of floral wire right here to hold that. And I'm going to wrap it around the correct way this time. All right, I don't want to pull it really, really tight. Like I said, I need to go back and fix that one. But anyway, let's wrap it around right here. Wrap around that way, and then we're going to bring this piece around that way. And then we'll fasten it down. I just lost the end. This stuff is so hard to see. I do have some silver wire somewhere in here. I think I have some purple too. Remember when Dollar Tree came out with that purple wire? I have some of that. But anyway, now that I have fastened that down, I'm going to trim down the ends on this wire. All I'm doing is I'm just going to wrap it from the bottom all the way up to the top. And just ever so often, I'm just going to wrap some floral wire around it just to hold it in place. And I'm going to fix this. But anyway, let me wrap it and I'll be right back. Okay, I want to talk to you about this here in a second. But anyway, all of the garland that I want to have on here is on here. And I did have a few feet left over. But if you look up here at the top, I didn't wrap it all the way up to the top. Why? Because I have a bow that I want to put up here at the top. And also to make a hanger. I mean, you got to have a way to hang this puppy. So I'm going to take a piece. Would you stop? I'm going to take a piece of the floral wire or a pipe cleaner. You can use a piece of ribbon, whatever you want to use for the hanger. And I'm just going to run it through there and make a loop. Now, for this thing's bottom, its bottom is not in proportion to the rest of it. So what I did with my handy dandy wire cutters here from Walmart, just regular Stanley brand, I kind of trimmed it right here on the center where that centerpiece was going up into the middle. And then I trimmed off a little bit right here. Because see, this is way too wide. I mean, in proportion to the tree part, the bottom part, I don't think it looks right. It's way too wide, okay? So I did cut this part off. And now we have these things that go out and then back down. I'm going to trim some of that off as well. So let's see. Let me see. Do I need to measure this to make sure it's even? You know what? Let's do that with my ball of yarn tape measure. All right. And I'm just going to feel where the side was right there. Let's measure. Let's say 3 inches, okay? And I'm just going to do a cutty cut right there. We'll pick that up here in a minute. And then we're going to measure the same thing over here. There's the side. I'm just going to hold it right there. I'm going to turn my head and close my eyes when I do that. Yeah, I love this little ball of yarn thing. I usually keep that in my yarn bag. I got that at Hobby Lobby. So now we have these little ends sticking out here, and I think I like that better. Why do I want these ends sticking out? To help support the tree skirt. Now the tree skirt, oh gosh, I dropped it. I got it at Walmart. I got this at Walmart. I can't remember exactly how much it was. It was $3.98. It is an 18-inch tree skirt. A bigger one would work better. Okay, a bigger one will work better, but this is the print that I want, and I like the little decorative edging here. I did find some different sizes at different stores, but this is the one that I like. So now I'm just going to play around with it and see how I want this to look. 'Cause I was thinking a while ago what I might want to do is just kind of folding this down in the back. I'm trying to stay away from cutting it, okay? Because, you know, when you cut it, it's going to start to fray, and I'm just trying to stay away from that. I'm going to try to fold it up in the back like that. No. Might have to fold it down just a little bit more. And you know what? I may not can get away with not cutting it. I've been playing with this for a while, trying to figure out how I want it to look. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Where is my scissors? Let's see. I need a piece to fold over this to glue down, okay? I'm trying to see. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. I think I'm going to cut it. You can see where it's been folded in the package. This line right here where it's been folded, I think I'm going to cut it about 1 inch down from that. That way I'm still going to have a little piece to fold over these metal pieces and glue. Oh, I don't want to do this, but you know what? It's all right. You and your Velcro. All right, so let's come back over here, and here's the fold where it was in the package. There we go. Now, let's see how this will look. I think that'll look better. Yeah. Yep, that'll look better. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to trim it down some more. Because let's take a look here. See this piece sticking out? If I just pull up this flap and wrap it around, then you have all this sticking up here. So let's wrap it around. And then I might just have to trim right around here, and then I'll just tuck that down. You won't be able to see it. You're not going to be able to see any of that at all. So anyway, let me cut this a little bit, and I need to fire up the glue gun. Alrighty, so before we get into this next part, as the time of this filming, when I'm posting this video, I know people are going to watch these videos, you know, in the future. But as of right now, I have been moved up to the next round of voting in the Greatest Baker Challenge. So if you would, please, it would mean a whole lot to me. Please, please, if you look in the description box, and I'll pin a comment with a link. If you click on that link, scroll down, you'll see my photo. Scroll underneath the photo, and there's a little box there where you can click to vote. You can vote 1 time per day. And then if you scroll down further, you can see pictures of some of the goodies that I have baked. So please do that, please. Let's move on. So what I did, let's take this, I'm going to take its little skirt off, and we can see what I did. So anyway, if you take a look here, you see I made a cut here and a cut here. And this is going to make a lot more sense when you have it actually in your hands actually doing it. And I made those cuts there for a reason. You see this where it scoops down and I have made that cut? I can just tuck that down like so, and then take these ends and fold it over the metal pieces sticking out on the ends, and I can glue those down. But let me get this tree out of the way because I want to glue down this center part. Just like so. I want to put a little bit of hot glue. I mean, saying I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue. Y'all know how I am. Why are you not coming out? I don't know. All right. So now let's fold this down. Just press that down. All right. Now we're going to let that set up, cool down, whatever you want to say. I'm really pressing here. Let's see. And that's really not going to matter. I mean, you're really not going to see the back of it. Like I said in previous videos, if somebody's going to come and look at the back of your wreath, they don't need to be in your house. Okay. So, oh, there's some strings here. Let's cut that off. So, now what I'm going to do is get the tree back. I need a bigger table. All right, so let's put that there. I want some of the greenery to kind of like just hang down over the front of it. So now what we're going to do is just glue these little flaps down over the pieces of metal there. And I want to make sure you see like this back piece, make sure that's not sticking out in the front. So I think it might be best if I flip it over. Flip this sucker over. Somebody commented on a video the other, you said this sucker? Really? Like, yeah, really. Honey, let me talk the way I want to talk. All right, so we're going to bring this down over the metal piece. And I'm going to glue it, you see where this edge over here, I want this to kind of tuck back a little bit because I don't want you to see that from the front. Just bring that around, trying to snug it up here. And be careful as you're pulling all this stuff because you don't want the front of this like to pucker and gather up, okay? Because that ain't going to look too good. All right, now let's come over here and work on this side. Make sure I have everything straight here. You know what? I need something heavy. Sit there. That's what I keep my polyacrylic in. When I'm making Christmas ornaments, I keep my polyacrylic in a hand soap dispenser. Okay, now let's bring this over and around. I think that's going to work out just fine. Yeah. All right. Oh, got a little bit on my hand there. All right, so now I put a little bit too much right there. All right, so I'm just going to hold this glue down and let it harden up. The glue is hardened up and I'm happy with this so far. Now, as far as decorations go, just go crazy. Do whatever you want to do. But I got this 6-foot beaded garland at Walmart, $3.48, the black and white. And then I got this bow, $2.98. It says mini tree topper, and I want to put that up top. I'm thinking it's going to look all right. Of course, I need to fluff it up a little bit. Lord of mercy, it was all scrunched down in a bag in my car. And yeah, you can just fluff up the loops like that. And I think that'll be cute for the top. Now, I thought about putting like a little splash of red here and there. I'm undecided on that. So I got these mini pine cones, red, at Walmart. $1.98 for 9 of them. Now, as far as the lights go, I did have these little fairy lights, the string lights that come from Walmart. And the lights on these seem to have a bit of a, like a yellowish glow, I guess you can say. And then I have these lights here. Why is this not fastened down? I have these lights here. Now, these came from, I believe these came from Walmart as well. Or it might have been Dollar General. Can't remember where these lights came from. But on camera, they look blue. But they look white. Okay? In real life, they look white. And I thought that the white lights would look better than the ones with the yellowish tint to them. So what I'm going to do with the lights is I'm just going to find my wire. Where did my wire go? Oh, and I'm just going to fasten pieces of it, the pieces of the wire, not pieces of the lights. I'm just going to cut pieces, and then I'm going to try to feed the lights in from the back and, you know, try to see how they look, try to space them out the way I want them. And you know what? I've been thinking, I don't know if I wanted to do the decorations first or the lights first. Now, sometimes I like to do the decorations first, and then I place the lights around those. But anyway, I think I might just do the lights first this time. Let's see what we got here. Where is the end? Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take the wire here, and let's see, I'm just going to run it in between the two wires on the lights, like that. And then I'm just going to go in through the back, and I'm just going to fasten these lights all over. I really don't think I want to do it from the front, because I'm trying to keep the wires hidden, you know, trying to keep the wires hidden. So I'm just going to put the lights all over. I'm going to wire it to the garland, wire some to the frame, you know, just put it all over this. And that's going to take me a while, okay? So that's what I'm just doing. I'm just going to wire it on here. So let me work on that for a minute. All right, so my lights are on, and the battery pack is actually right here. I just tucked it down in between the rows of the garland, okay? Now, if you want to, you can take some of this wire, you can take a pipe cleaner, what have you, wrap it around the battery pack, and then you can wire it actually to your wreath form, your tree, so that it won't come off. But for me, I just tucked it down in there. I mean, it was a really snug fit, so I really don't see a problem with it ever going to come off or fall out. But anyway, for the beaded garland, now all I'm doing is just going to stick stuff to it. All right, let's see what we have here. Stop it. Oh, a loopy loop. All right, so I'm not going to wrap this like around and around and around the tree. I want to try to keep everything like towards the front. Let's see. I'm basically just going to lay it down here and see how it looks, and then go back and wire it. Now, there's really not much to show at this point. It's just me decorating it now. So let's see. I'm going to bring this up and then just back and forth. I only got one of these, so I hope it's going to be enough. I think it will be. Just back and forth like that all the way up to the top. Yeah, that's going to be plenty, actually. I'm going to have to bring it down some, because that's I have some left over at the top. And I know that this camera angle is bad. I apologize for that. I'm doing the best I can. Well, that looks good. All right. And I'm just going to go and I'll just wire this in place. I'm going to wire it to the garland there. Let's see, what else do I have? I have these. And I'm going to see, let's just cut those off of the card, because I'll just use wire to run through that little loop and fasten it down. So then I'm going to, yeah, I think that red will look okay now that I actually hold it up against the tree. Yeah, that'll be okay. So let's see, let's get some wire, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to wire down the beads. I need to get some more of this wire. I'm about out. All right, so I'm just going to see, I'm just kind of feeling the frame here. And I'm just going to run the wire down around the beads and then around the outer frame. And I might tack it down in place every now and again, you know, by fastening it to the garland. We'll see how I feel about it. All right. Put that there. Oh, come on. And of course, I'm not going to make y'all watch me wire the entire thing on there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's get another piece here. And let's see. Yeah, let's wire it right there. Of course, this is going to look different when I hang it up, stand it up, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Just wire it down. All right, and I'll trim that. Now, I have seen some people that make these. They have like little miniature packages that they glue to the tree skirt. I don't really know if I like that or not, so I'm probably not going to do that. I think I'm probably just going to leave the tree skirt as is, because I like it like that. I like it like that. But yeah, The only thing left now is to wire all of this stuff on. So that's going to take me a little bit. So let's get the bow. Let's go ahead and put the bow on. This comes with its own little wired thingy here. And now, you know what? I'm not even going to bother fluffing it up until I actually get it attached, because I'm probably going to squish it down in that process anyway. Let's take that off of there. Why are you doing this to me? It's all twisted up. Come on, Walmart. It's like, part of that little plastic right there was like, I don't know, like it had melded together or something. I had to like really rip it apart. But anyway, I want to try to move this without knocking the beads everywhere. And watch me do exactly that. But anyway, let's see up here where the top was. And then I'm just going to fasten the bow on. You know what? I'm going to pull both ends through the top there. I still have to wire the beads on right there. So I'm not going to really tie this down just yet. See, and then you can just fluff up your loops. I think that'll be cute. I hope it's cute when I'm done with it. But I'm just going to finish wiring on the beads, and then I'm going to wire on the pipe cleaners, the pine cones. I think that bow's big enough. I have a bigger one in the car. I'll compare the two and see how they look. But I think that'll look okay. But yeah, let me fluff this up and work with it, and we'll come back and see what I've got. All right, y'all, it is done. And I know that this is kind of difficult to get all in one frame because it's so tall. And you can see my pegboards over there. But yeah, there it is. And I am pretty happy with it. I want to try to get a little bit closer here. But yeah, see, there's the bow up top and the garland and just the little red pine cones just kind of sprinkled here and there. And, oh, I need to tuck that in. And then there's the bottom. But yeah, you can hang up like that. Like I said, I don't like the little miniature packages down at the bottom. But if you want to do that, you know, go right on ahead. It's your creation. You do what you want to do with it. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you would, give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time.